Back on our show, it's good to have Jill Donaghey with us from Bark. Also Laura Thompson, she's with Montgomery Animal Hospital. They have a big event coming up at Compton Park tomorrow night. So ladies, welcome. Good to have you.
Thank you for having us.
Perfect timing, isn't it?
I know. We Miss Laura contacted us with Montgomery Animal Hospital, and they wanted to get a fundraiser together for Bark, which we're a no-kill animal rescue. So we rescue dogs and cats. And really this fundraiser is to not only get families and their pets or kids out for kids games, dogs games, eating burgers. They're going to be selling, it's like sack lunches, so it would be burgers, chips, drink, and a little snack for $7. What a great way to come out, spend time with your family, your pets.
Picnic in the Park with Pets is being called, right?
Yes, and it's tomorrow night at Compton Park, so it's a great location, Alexandria. It's from 5:30 to 7:30. We're really excited about this, and not only is it a fundraiser for Bark, but they're also going to have a lot of brochures, and they're going to be talking about heat strokes and animals. And Miss Laura might be able to hit some on that. And
yeah, and
please do, Laura.
It's going to be so hot this week. I mean, one of the hottest weeks we've had.
Yes, we've been picking topics to focus on throughout the year, and the doctors wanted to make sure we focus on heat stroke. Excuse me, this point in the year, July and August, people think, August we're going back to school, but August is even usually hotter than July.
Right.
So we definitely been talking about it in the clinic, our Facebook page, website. But one of the things we want to focus and to remind people, do not leave their pets in the car.
Oh, gosh,
that's very important. You still
That's
believe the
huge.
people who
And
think it's
people
okay.
do it. People do it all the time.
Which is
and
amazing.
If
Just
you
amazing.
see an animal in a car, even if the windows are cracked, it will get so hot in that
so
car.
fast.
So contact the police department, contact the animal shelter, go into the store that the dog's in, because they will die.
That's right. Making sure they have plenty of food, water at all times, shade. Concrete can be very hot. The asphalt, people think it's okay to walk in the heat of the day. It's really not a good idea to exercise in the heat of the day.
Right.
One thing is also people think if your dog is going through a heat stroke, call your veterinarian immediately, but also do not submerge them in ice water. We think a cool towel is good, alcohol on the pads, but submerging them in the ice water is definitely not a good idea. And if you have any doubts, call the veterinarian.
Don't they say cool water,
Yes, cool,
but not
more
cold.
of a lukewarm. That's right. No, the ice in the water to keep them something to drink is good, but ice on them is not. It'll go into shock. Yes.
Best to take your pets for a walk early morning.
That's right.
Late afternoon, early evening. Avoid the heat of the day, obviously.
That's right. Yeah, and especially also. Boarders for us they get to go out 3 times a day in this part of the year. If your pet is accustomed to staying in the house, we make sure to monitor that they're not out there very long, because those dogs that do stay in the house are not accustomed to this heat. In the spring and summer, spring and fall, stay out a little longer, but this time,
what are the
very
signs?
careful.
What are the signs for us to detect whether or not our dog perhaps has gone into a heat stroke?
More panting than normal.
Okay.
The temperature, usually 102 is a normal temperature for a cat or dog. 100 and anything above that, 103 and
how
above.
would we know that? I mean, is there any
You can take
touching the nose?
You can take a rectal temperature.
Okay.
Excessive drooling. If they're lethargic,
laying around.
even sometimes vomiting and diarrhea can be symptoms. But the doctors will always say when it is a heat stroke, it's very obvious. It's not something that you're going to because of the heat. That's right.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't think about it, but dogs have fur. So in the wintertime, they're like, oh, it's a dog. They can go outside and they're warm. But think about the flip side of that. In the summertime, it's like us wearing a fur coat. They can't take that off, and they can't tell us how they're feeling. So they react by panting or drooling. These are some of the signs. So we, as pet parents, need to be very aware of these signs. And if you see that your dog is struggling, don't wait. Bring your dog to your vet. I can't stress that enough, because things can happen very quickly when it comes to heat.
Jill, I love that you said pet parents, because that's what we've become. It's a lot of
You
work
should.
and responsibility to have animals.
Laura, how did you get involved with Bark?
We've known Jillian for years. We do some work for them, and we are always looking for something in the community to partner with. So they do a good job over there, and we wanted to partner with them on this activity.
All right, it's coming up. Picnic in the Park with Pets tomorrow night, Compton Park. What time?
5:30 to 7:30. Pet friendly,
On a
kid
leash,
friendly. On leash, yes. We're going to have water stations, food. It'll be $7. All proceeds go to Bark, and we are a nonprofit.
And Compton Park is a neat location anyway.
It is. It's
Bring your
great.
pet by.
Ladies, thank you so much for joining us on Good Day Soon Live.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. And we'll wrap things up when we come back. Stay with us.
If you're